Hi, I'm Mark Rowell, and here are the IHonestlyThink.com honest picks of the day for Tuesday, June 13th. Our first game will feature the Washington Nationals taking on the Houston Astros in Houston. Washington arrives after dropping 2 of 3 to the Braves over the weekend, while the Astros also lost 2 out of their 3 games in Cleveland. The pitching matchup on Tuesday night will feature Nationals lefty Patrick Corbin, who's 4-6 with a 4.89 ERA, taking on Astros righty Hunter Brown, who's 5-3 with a 3.69 ERA. The first pitch is scheduled for 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Despite the loss of Alvarez, the Astros still have one of the more potent lineups in the big leagues. One positive sign is the recent success of DH first baseman Jose Abreu. Abreu is hitting .304 in his last 5 games and seems to have found his power stroke with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in that span. The Astros are hitting .260 against left-handers this season and should be able to flood the bases against Corbin, who has allowed 20 more hits than innings pitched this season. His ERA also jumps over a run on the road this season, and he will likely find the short porch in left field not to his liking on Tuesday night. He has given up 11 home runs this year, and that total will likely go up at Houston. Brown has pitched slightly worse at home this season, but faces a Nationals lineup that struggles to put up power numbers. The Nationals are 20th in runs scored and 28th in home runs per game this season. Look for the Astros lineup to propel them to victory on Tuesday night, and I'm going to take Houston with the run line of -1.5. The second game will feature the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Royals in Kansas City in Game 2 of their 3-game set. Cincinnati pulled out a 5-4 win on Monday night in extra innings. On Tuesday night, the pitching matchup will feature Reds lefty Brandon Williamson, 0-0 with a 5.40 ERA, taking on the Royals righty Jordan Lyles, who's 0-10 with a 6.84 ERA. The first pitch is scheduled for 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Reds are playing the better baseball of the two teams in recent weeks and should be able to keep Lyle winless on Tuesday night. Lyle's propensity for giving up the long ball should favor a Reds team that has hit 9 home runs in the last 10 games. Additionally, the Reds have won 4 of their last 5 games started by Williamson, who should pitch well against a Royals lineup that is hitting just .240 against lefties this season. KC is scoring just 1.6 runs per game in the last 5 games, heading into the opener of this series on Monday night, which they scored 4 runs. The Royals have just 9 wins at home this season, while the Reds have been a respectable 14-17 on the road. Take the Reds with a money line of -105. Remember, if you want a more in-depth view of my picks, including how I feel about the totals in each of these games, you can find them at winnersandwhiners.com. If you are interested in my premium picks, go to experts.winnersandwhiners.com/capper/15. Both those links can be found in the description below. My premium picks today will focus on 3 Major League Baseball games: Milwaukee at Minnesota, Atlanta at Detroit, and Philadelphia at Arizona. Every Monday, review my MLB starting 9 as we rank the top 9 teams in baseball and their up-to-date odds to win the pennant and World Series. Also, on each Monday, we will have a futures article on the top candidates to win the AL and the NL MVP, the AL and NL Cy Young, and the AL and NL Rookie of the Year awards, and their current odds. All this can be found at winnersandwhiners.com. Also, stay tuned for next week's article in which I break down my preseason picks for this year's NBA season, how it played out, and look ahead to next year's way too early odds for the 2023-24 season. This video is brought to you by Toys.com. For over 20 years, Toys.com has been providing customers with all their toy and collectible needs. Be sure to check out this month's special featuring WWE action figures and AEW action figures. Also, follow Toys.com for all the latest and new toy releases and origin articles from some of your favorite collectibles of all time in our all-new Toys in the News section. And finally, be sure to follow and like us on the I Honestly Think YouTube page.